Alright, we continue on with Frieren Beyond Journeys, and Sane has a choice now to continue along with our journey or to find his friend Gorilla. And I think it's pretty obvious where his choice is going to lie. I mean, he did mention, like at the start of his journey with them that he's gonna be tagging along for a while, and he's planning on parting ways, halfway. So there is that. So without further ado, let us jump straight into Frieren Beyond Journey's End.
Frieren.
This music though.
俺はゴリラを追いかけるために旅に出た。
Yes. Oh. We got a new opening. I like how the art style for the opening remains consistent with the first one. Take care. That was a nice opening.
Look
at Fern's face. Cold. Yeah. I love the development for Fern and Stark's relationship, like the fact that she didn't flat out just said, like ecchi, hentai, and such. Great cut.
この前の山小屋と比べたらだいぶマシだね。何よりこの集落には怪しい老人がやっている魔法店があるんだよね。
It's the fact that it's run by a shady old man.
そこをゆっくり漁れるのは大きいね。
Excuse me, guys. Just give me a couple of months.
シュタルク様が死にかけましたからね。
I like how they left footprints on the snow. Like, I love that detail. Fern seems like she's looking at Stark and not the book in that shot. Oh, lovely. They're acting lovey-dovey. Are they fighting? Oh no, what happened? What a sorry state of affairs.
一人ずつ隣の部屋に行きなさい。
この小屋に来たばかりの頃、フェルンが俺のほっぺに冷たい手を当てたじゃん。
Right. Did she do it again?
今日それをやり返したら、フェルンが切れちゃった。
正直に気持ちを言えばいい。仲直りしたいのならちゃんと相手にそう。
I love how Zane is basically just tell her that you love her. That's basically it.
悪気があったわけじゃない。
分かってます。私が意地になってしまったので。
Of course you are.
肩を押さえた腕の力が強くて、ちょっとだけ怖いと思ってしまったんです。
Alright, fair enough. His hand being strong enough and yeah.
もっと優しくして。
Be gentler.
もう付き合ってよ。
All of our he's all of us right now.
旅に誘ってくれた時もそうだが。
We're gonna continue with that.
冒険に出ようとしないザインが魔王討伐に旅立つ前の私とよく似ていて。
Yep. Funny that I just uploaded the episode reaction to the episode where they first met and they have this similar conversation. I love that we are going back to that again. Ah, love that transition.
私はヒンメルたちに旅立つ勇気と仲間と過ごす楽しさを教えてもらった。
やっぱり俺はゴリラを追いかけるよ。
There we go.
またね。
See you later. And the party splits again. Ah, I mean, we
一
only
人だとこんなに静かなんだな。
yeah, I mean, we only spent a couple of episodes with him, but still, though, the memories are really strong.
珍しいな。まだ寝てる。最近歩き詰めだったし、疲れているのかもな。
Or it's a spell. It's another sleeping spell.
フェルン
Oh, she's sick.
それよりフェルンが具合悪そうで。
She doesn't care. She doesn't care.
やめてよ。ザインが残してくれた薬草について書かれた手記だよ。
Good on Zion. Good on Zion.
でも病気の判別って女神様の魔法だろ。確か聖典の所持者しか使えないって話じゃ。
Yes,
私だって聖典くらい持っているよ。
but also that.
おや、
いやー、助かったぜ。
Seems like a nice lady.
前来た時は村だったんだけどね
The。whole village
もう
before.
何十年も前のことよ。
And now it's just, well, what remains of the village.
ところでこの近くにつらら桜の木があったよね。
ええ、ここから北に少し入り組んだところにあるけれども、
She can fly.
どうしたの？
フリーレン様、恥ずかしいです。
Oh,
子供扱いしないで。
but you are a child. But I mean, of course.
あと
Frieren is
2
getting
年
older.
もすれば立派な大人か。
Yeah, she's maturing. We've been seeing a lot of these turtles in past episodes. I just like that they are a recurring fauna in this world. Oh, beautiful. Look at that.
綺麗だね。
It is beautiful.
花は有毒だから気をつけてね。
Oh.
フェルンが辛そうだったから手を握っただけ。
Hmm.
私はあれしか苦痛を和らげてあげる方法を知らないから。
I like how a motif of this episode is the touch of a person can heal.
多分人には心の支えが必要なんだ。
Yep.
支えてもらって悪い気分になるやつはいねえよ。
Yep. Oh.
幼い頃亡くなった母はこうしてよく手を握ってくれた。
Of course, Frieren got that from Himmel.
気遣う僕もなかなかいけないんだろ。
Okay.
お礼にシュタルクが風邪をひいた時は私が手を握ってあげるね。
やだよ。
よーくよーくかき混ぜて。
魔女みたい。すごく怖い。
She really does look like a witch. An old grandma witch. Frieren's not beating the allegations.
私はもう子供では。
知ってる。知っているよ。
Ah, man, I love this show. It can be one of the most coziest shows to watch. And also batshit insane, you know, at times, but
目指すは魔法都市オイサーストだ。
and the journey continues.
And I'm alright.
Oh. Oh, they're continuing the song. Okay. Nah, bro, Frieren in the tombstone? Dude, this visual though. Is that stop motion animation? I think it is. That's like clay animation. Ooh, interesting. Interesting visual there. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Frieren laying with Fern and the start of the ending is Frieren laying on a tombstone. Oh no. Oh. No, I don't want to put two and two together. Oh no. Oh, and that was episode 17 of Frieren Beyond Journeys. And beautiful episode. Once again. I do love the first half of the episode, and I also love the second half of the episode. I think the motif of the emotional support, and in this case, the touch of a person's hand that can communicate a lot of emotion. Like, it can be love, it can be affection, it can also mean care and attention. And it's also kind of a nice way to show character development for our two lovebirds in the show currently, Fern and Stark, because man, Zane basically yelling like, just date already, speaking to the audience right there, like, yeah, that's basically what we are all kind of, wanting at this point. Like, come on, just do it already. But that was really sweet. It's really nice to see Fern and Stark's like development just grow further and further, and it's just really sweet. I think the show is taking its time to develop these characters, and I would say 17 episodes in to the show and seeing where they are now opposed to where they were before, I think this was a pretty nice progression. Like, I really love it, because sometimes shows that are trying to show, I guess, developing romantic relationships, sometimes they can be way too fast or paced too quickly, and sometimes it can also be like way too slow to the point where we're like, where is this developing? It's not going anywhere. But in the case of Fern and Stark, I do love that we are steadily progressing it in a realistic manner, I would say. Like, in the context of the story, it's been a couple of years now, like it's been a few years, like a year or two, since the start of their adventure, and since the start of Fern and Stark kind of meeting each other, and seeing them grow from people who dislike each other, especially Fern not really, liking Stark and distancing herself towards from him, and now she's kind of okay with Stark, getting more close and intimate with her. I mean, we got that incredible dance sequence like a couple of episodes ago, but here it's a lot more personal, because in the dance sequence it's more for show, if you will, right? It's like, it's at that point they were assigned to look the part. Here they can be who they are, and I love it. Now, of course, talking about Zane, a nice farewell to the character. For the time being, I have no doubt in my mind that we may meet him again along our journey. I kind of talked about this at the in the previous episode in regards to, like, Zane can easily search for Gorilla, and along the way, he can meet up with our main characters again. It may take a couple of years, because I mean, again, like, this is a 10-year journey, of course, to reach the Demon King's domain and reach heaven. But still, though, in that span of time, they can easily meet up again, and maybe, who knows, like, maybe once we do meet up with Zane again, he's already with Gorilla, and he has become like an established adventurer. Like, people may know him more, and I think that's gonna be like a really sweet reunion when we do get to meet him again. I mean, I hope that we do. But yeah, I really love Zane's character. I think he added a lot to the cast, at least on our journey towards the magical city. And yeah, he's been such a treat. I love his interactions with the rest of the crew, with Fern, with Stark, especially with Frieren. I love some of his talks with Frieren. Discussing about the past, discussing about priesthood, discussing more so about the spiritual side of the world of Frieren, and that's really, it's really great. I really enjoyed that, and I do love his character arc of, from starting from somebody who regrets his decision and thinks to himself that he is never going to get the second chance to become an adventurer, to actually, taking it in. All thanks to Frieren, of course, who kind of pushed him into, becoming an adventurer with them. And just seeing him go through all of this. I mean, we see him fight the giant flower monster like a couple of episodes ago. We see him helping the crew. We see him helping our friends. We see him helping other villagers as well. And then by the end of this, as he moves on and separates himself from the crew, it is like the next step of like his adventure, because now it's like he's able to be on his own and be his own thing and be Zane and just Zane, and that's not a bad thing, you know. Like it shows growth and adulthood, you know. Like you're able to be your own person and you move on, but it's also thanks to all of the people that helped you along the way. And I do love that Zane was kind of reminiscing about his adventure and his time with Frieren, with Stark, with Fern, because those memories, that is what helped him grow as a character. So even as he is separating himself between them, he, you know, obviously, you cannot forget like what made you who you are today. And I really, really love that aspect of the show. And you know, going back a bit to the whole Stark holding or touching Fern's face in this episode, one thing that I do want to I guess talk about just a bit further is also the fact that the show kind of acknowledges that Stark is pretty powerful, right? I mean, we know this. We know that Stark is really strong. I mean, we see him defeat a dragon, and this was like what, 1 or 2 years ago at this point. So he has gotten stronger after that, right? But it's the fact that Fern's fear, I guess, it goes to show like how much that Fern can easily sense how powerful Stark is. And it also showcases how Stark hasn't fully able to control his power, in my opinion, I think, is what the show's trying to say. I mean, yes, for one, it's also like cute and lovey-dovey of like the both of them, and like Fern is just being scared because he just touched her and she, you know, wasn't really expecting it. But it also showcases and it harkens back to like when Eisen hits Stark, like during his early days, because Eisen was, if memory serves me right, Eisen was kind of scared, right, of Stark's potential. But it also shows like he can be one of the greatest warriors as well. Like if he can harness and control his power and his strength especially. So I kind of like that detail. Like Stark may not fully realize it, like he may not fully understand it, but Fern, being someone that is more attuned with mana and such, like I can believe that she can feel Stark's like overall strength, even though Stark may as well just, you know, touch her in the most softest way possible that he can think of. But to Fern, it may, you know, be a scary thing. So yeah, I do love that little detail. Now going into the second half of the episode, as Fern is like sick, I do love that we kind of have this little montage of adventuring between Frieren and Stark as they are trying to find the medicine to heal Fern. And I kind of like how Fern just got sick because, you know, because she just got sick. Like, it's not really a curse, it's not really magic from a demon or a monster or whatever. Nope. It's just that she got sick because it's been a long journey and it's been really tiring, and she's been exposed to the cold a lot, and it's like freezing. So yeah. But I do love the little montage between Frieren and Stark. I love that we are just getting bits of world building and just nice sightseeing, I would say. Like, taking the video game comparison again, because I feel like that's like the easiest way to compare, or at least give an example of what I'm trying to say. It's like when you're playing an open world game and then you find like a really cool like location in the world. It's just like cool to find and to discover these things, and finding this tree is like one of those examples and one of those moments in the show where I'm like, whoa, that's cool. We're never gonna see this tree again, but it's just cool to see that this tree exists in this world, and it just adds more to the world building, to the environmental storytelling, to everything about this world of Frieren and make it more believable and tangible. Like, there's plenty of that in this show. Like, still remembering when Frieren and Fern just went to a port city and then they just eat dessert and look at the sunset. Like, that was beautiful. And here it's no exception. It's like one of those moments where, yeah, I love this world. I would love to explore more of this world, and I am glad that this show is exploring this world and showcasing all of these unique and interesting places. Like, it's not just a simple grassy hills or whatever. Like, no, there's a lot of things going on in this world. This world is jam-packed with lore and stuff, and I love it. And I do love the way the show is sort of like treating Frieren and Fern's like growing relationship in this episode. Also love that we do see the I guess a statue of the goddess in this shot, just right there on the right side of the screen. I think that is the goddess. But yeah, the thing about Frieren and Fern's like relationship, and especially Fern feeling embarrassed about all of this, and how, you know, she says like, Frieren, why are you treating me like a child? Well, that's the thing though. Frieren has known Fern since she was a child, right? Frieren is in many ways like a mother to Fern, right? She is taking care of her. She has known her since she was young. She's looking out for her on the behest of, you know, her best friend. And Fern growing up and becoming more and more of an adult, you get that sense of parenthood where the parents are like slowly realizing that, yeah, their child, their daughter is no longer a little girl anymore. No, she is growing up, she is maturing, and you need to acknowledge that as well. Like, you cannot acknowledge them as a child anymore, but it's kind of hard to, because they are, and they will forever be a child to you, right? Like, if you're a parent, then I feel like that's like how you will feel. Like, it doesn't matter how old your, you know, like your child is, they're still a child to you, like, no matter what. And I love that the show is kind of showing that, because it also, again, like, it ties to like tackling like time and such. But I do love how Frieren acknowledges at the end, like, yeah, Fern is growing up, but no matter how old Fern is still going to be the young girl that she trained, you know, like many years ago. Like, that Fern is never gonna change. And I love that. And I think Fern also kind of acknowledges that, yeah, that is how Frieren sees her, and they're fine with it. And I love that. I think that's really sweet. It's really cute, and overall just a nice way to end this episode. Also, Grandma Frieren is the best. I love this. I love this facial expression from Frieren. Like, this is cute. Alright, that's pretty much it for my review and my reaction to Frieren Beyond Journey's End episode 17. Hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, hit the like, subscribe, share the video, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will see you all next time for the next episode of Frieren. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. Peace.